When people think of the work of George Harrison, we mostly think of peace-oriented songs of harmony like Within You Without You and Here Comes the Sun. Most don't think of the track Think for Yourself from Rubber Soul. George was human, and like many of us, he sometimes grew tired of others hounding him and hanging around. He would later say, Think for Yourself must be written about somebody from the sound of it, but all this time later, I don't recall who inspired that tune. Probably the government. He would also compare it to Taxman and Piggies, two more tracks from his aggravated side. It serves to show the genius dichotomy of his writing style. He could put forth something very supportive and introspective, but also turn it around with something like this and be dismissive and biting. It only took one session to get the track down. It originally had the title Won't Be There With You. While practicing the track, George Martin had the tape running and the mics live. In addition to practicing and hammering out the final details of the track, they also goofed around, resulting in some great in-studio banter. A snippet of this is heard in the film Yellow Submarine, when they free Old Fred from being frozen. This small portion would be enough to earn it a spot on the film's song track in 1999. For the track, Paul ran his bass through a fuzz box, giving the track its distinctive sound. George explained this in Anthology, saying, When Phil Spector was making Zippity Doo Dah, the engineer who set up the track overloaded the microphone on the guitar player, and it became very distorted. Phil Spector said, Leave it like that. It's great. Some years later, everyone started to try and copy that sound, and so they invented the fuzz box. We had one and tried the bass through it, and it sounded really good. This was in the early days of distortion on studio tracks, and would become an integral part of not only the Beatles' sound, but many of the bands of the 60s. Hearing George's work here with the witty lyrics and fuzzy sound, it's clear to see where the band was going. Not only could they write about being in love, but also about telling off people they didn't like. What do you think about this track? Let me know in the comments below. The content on this channel is made possible from viewers like you. Help the channel grow by supporting me on Ko-fi, which you can find a link to below. You can also help by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys next time.